Read the language yourself. It is plain English. First Amendment lawyers are appalled by this. Journalist organizations are appalled by this. This is an infringement on the First Amendment rights of individuals and journalists to go out and uncover fraud.
That was California Assemblyman Carl DiMaio talking about what Democrats are trying to do to independent journalists like Nick Shirley, who's exposed millions of dollars in hospice fraud in California. But Democrats want to put a stop to all that honest reporting and make it illegal to investigate immigrant-run businesses there, meaning Democrats would rather the fraud continue instead of stopping it. Carl DiMaio is the California State Assembly member you just heard from. Nick Shirley is the independent journalist that the left wants to silence. Great to have you both here. Mr. Assemblyman, it's called the Stop Nick Shirley Act. Have you ever seen anything like this in your political career?
Well, we see a lot of bad bills in California because these people are bat blank crazy. But this one is near the top of the list of the outrageous bills because twofold. It's unconstitutional. It attacks our free speech rights of citizen journalists to go out and do research and share that with the public. But secondly, it's designed to cover up the fraud that's costing California taxpayers hundreds of billions of dollars since Gavin Newsom went into office in 2018. The Democrats benefit from the fraud machine that they have built because a lot of that fraud goes to their campaign contributors and left-wing political organizations. So they're trying to silence people like Nick Shirley, who are doing a marvelous job shining a light and uncovering the corruption with our taxpayer money.
Yeah, I think one of the most important journalists in the country right now. Nick, good to have you back. The Democrats claim that you are not doing journalism, but that you are doxing immigrant-run businesses. Take a look.
If MAGA can't tell the difference between journalism and doxing, that's on them. Because under my bill, there are no provisions related to journalism or fraud. This bill does not infringe on the First Amendment.
Okay, so Nick, let's forget about the word journalism. Aren't you just exposing fraud that's costing taxpayers millions of dollars every year?
Yeah, she should probably go talk to her husband who tried to take credit for going after the fraud just a week ago.
That's a good point. Hold on. Can you tell us who her husband is?
Her husband's the Attorney General of California. So meanwhile, you have the Attorney General who's trying to take credit for cracking down on the fraud. And now you have his wife who's trying to make it illegal to expose the fraud.
Mr. Assemblyman, is there anything to that? I mean, that can't be a coincidence, what Nick just said. He's got his wife proposing a bill that would make his job easier. Now he doesn't have to look into the fraud if this bill makes it to Gavin Newsom's desk. That's Rob Bonta right there that we're showing.
Yeah,
the
this
Attorney
duo
General.
have no shame. Bonta won't prosecute criminals. He goes and harasses churches, parents, citizen watchdogs like Nick Shirley. And Mia Bonta, the assembly member, she continually introduces bills to fund left-wing political organizations, take tools out of the hands of law enforcement, dox law enforcement agents. They are an absolutely despicable duo, and she is lying. Her bill clearly silences citizen journalists. We handed out the language yesterday on the assembly floor, and even the Democrats were shocked that the language was crystal clear. It makes it illegal for people like Nick Shirley to capture fraud on video and then post the video on the internet without massive court and legal liabilities.
Okay, but Nick, it's okay to dox you. Okay, that seems to be what they want to do and what they've been doing.
They're trying to take away, like, for instance, if an NGO were to get money from the government, they're trying to make that information confidential. Meanwhile, people constantly try to dox me, and you can dox law enforcement. Like, they've actually made it easier for law enforcement to get doxed inside the state of California, but they won't let the information of taxpayer dollars that's going to NGOs be released to the public, which is supposed to be for the public.
And how has your life, Nick, changed in the last year?
Well, I mean, in a lot of ways, especially with everything that I've exposed, I mean, the fraudsters get really upset, right? Right now, you have people trying to pass bills to make me look like a criminal for exposing the fraud that they've let go inside their state. And I mean, yeah,
and you've had to hire private security, right? You've had death threats. You've had to hire security, correct?
Yeah, like death threats. You have to go anywhere, security. it's not necessarily fun, to be honest.
No,
like
I
just
can
for
imagine.
just for exposing this stuff, you think the politicians would be celebrating. The people are celebrating. The politicians are not. And that should tell you everything you need to know. When I go to Sacramento, I can't walk around the Capitol without people wanting photos because they're so happy of the work I'm doing. But the politicians are literally running away from me when they see me.
How old are you again, Nick? You're 23?
I just turned 24.
All right. Happy birthday. Mr. Assemblyman, it kind of says it all, doesn't it? We're out of time, but do you think this bill passes? Does Gavin Newsom sign this thing into law?
When Nick Shirley showed up yesterday, and Nick, thanks for coming to the state capitol, these politicians scattered like cockroaches when you turn on the light in the kitchen in the middle of the night.
Democrats, right? Let's be clear. Democrats.
They did not want to talk to him. They did not want to answer simple questions because they know what they're doing is wrong. But no, I absolutely believe they're going to pass the bill like they've passed so many other unconstitutional bills because they're trying to bully and intimidate citizen watchdogs into not following the fraud.
Who's Gavin Newsom's running mate going to be in 2028? George Orwell? Because this is 1984. That's what this stuff is. Nick Shirley, good having you back on. Mr. Assemblyman, we'll have you back. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Carl DeMaio.
Information. Truth. Is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.